forwards. Face gives away very, very little at all. Just stay relaxed in your head and shoulders. No dark glasses, no caps by any of these fellas. Keep it relatively simple, although those arm sleeves are interesting. All four of them wearing those arm sleeves. Now, on a morning like this, that's probably partly for warmth, but I think it also, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I think it also aids return of the blood from the extremities, those long upper body extremities to the heart. Just, we talked about marginal gains earlier on, and the athletes and the techies behind the scenes in the sports industry working on these tiny, tiny tweaks that maybe can affect 1% of 1% of a performance. But you add a few of those together, and suddenly it becomes a noticeable improvement. And of course, a marathon distance, maybe you can convert that to a few seconds. If those armbands are worth 5 or 10 seconds, boy oh boy, is it worth it.
So based on the 25k split, projected finish time of just around the current world record, 2:01.10. And a reminder, it was 2:01.09 this time last year. 25k, they've been through Schöneberg, where JF Kennedy made his famous Ich bin ein Berliner speech. That's a couple of kilometers ago, then across Friedrich-Wilhelm-Platz. And the highest point of the course is at 27 kilometers. I say the highest point, it's all relative. It's only 55 meters above sea level, and the start and finish are at 33, so these are very small numbers. It's pancake flat, and it's almost exactly at sea level. There's really no all those world records over the years. 12 of them on this course, 8 in the last 20 years. The most recent, of course, 12 months ago. Kipchoge is still looking good. Kindi, just if anything, just moving slightly ahead. We've lost one of the pacemakers. Kipchoge has also discarded his cap, so down to 2 pacemakers, and we have 2 elite athletes approaching 26 kilometers.
Now, interesting, isn't it, Chris? Because we've been talking about how that halfway split for the men, 60-22, was just about perfect. A little bit more conservative than last year, 31 seconds slower than last year, when I think we all feel he went too quick despite setting that world record. And we were saying, well, if he comes back with negative splits, then he will have got it right again this year. But about now, 26 kilometers and more on the clock, he needs to start winding it up, and I'm not seeing yet that acceleration. Remember, steady tempo for 2-hour speed is 250 per kilometer. For 2:01 pace, still a world record, 252 per kilometer, and his last 4 kilometer splits have been 255, 257, 254, 258. So they are now operating quite significantly outside 2:01 tempo, and at the moment, if they don't, I say at the moment, if this next half hour we do not see an acceleration, they're not going to get the world record. And never mind about the 2-hour barrier. I think we can almost forget about the 2-hour barrier now, unless something superhuman comes out of those legs of Kipchoge.
Well, Kipchoge just having a word there with